Hi all, in this video we shall continue how can we realize the further gates like NOR logic gate, XOR logic gate and XNOR logic gate using NAND gate. Okay, so let us directly go into the circuit or the logic diagram, right? So here we have uh, the logic diagram that we are using is NAND gate only. Okay, the logic gate that we are using is NAND gate only. Okay, so in the previous video or in the previous section we have learned that you know by using NAND gate how can we generate a NOR gate. Okay, so this is how the entire thing is. Let me just grab a highlighter, okay, and show you people this was the entire part that we have already discussed. Okay, so just give me a second. This was the entire part that we already discussed. So at the end of that part, what is the output that we are going to get? The output that we are going to get is y is equal to a or b. So now what we have to do, we have to uh, get an output for NOR gate. So what do you mean by NOR gate? NOR gate is nothing but not of OR gate. NOR gate is nothing but not of OR gate. So just by putting not function in front of OR function, we can get NOR function, right? So how to put the NOT function using NAND gate? We know that when we give the same input to both the inputs of the NAND gate, at the end we can expect the output of a NOT gate. That is what we know already. Okay, by discussing we have already discussed this topic. So we know that when we give same input to the NAND gate, both inputs of the NAND gate, the output is going to be the output of a NOT gate. I mean the complemented output is what we are going to get. The same thing is what we are going to use here. However, up to here we have got A or B, right? The same input we are going to give to the both inputs of NAND gate, and we are going to get the output as y is equal to A or B whole bar. That means NOR, not of OR. So this is how we are going to generate a NOR gate using NAND gate. Okay, by using NAND gate, this is how we are going to generate a NOR gate. Then we shall go about discussing what is XOR gate. How does we generate a XOR gate using NAND gate. Okay, so this is XOR function using NAND gate. So this is what the logic diagram that we do have. So what is the significance of logic diagram? We shall go on discussing how it goes on. So we have an input by name A, we have one more input by name B. Then this input A is going to be given to the NAND gate 2, we can call it as NAND gate 2, and the same input is given to the NAND gate 1, and we have one more input called as B. That B input is given to the NAND gate 1 as well. Okay, and NAND gate 3 as well. And the output of NAND gate 1 is going to be, as we already know, what is the function of a NAND gate? It takes the first input, it takes the second input, it does an ANDing operation in between them, and finally it gives a complement over the all the variables, and that is what the function of your NAND gate, right? So then the output of first NAND gate is going to be A and B whole bar. Let us just check it over here. Okay, so it is A and B whole bar. This is what your output of first NAND gate. So then what will be the output of the second NAND gate? Just check it out. Okay, so we already have the first NAND gate's output as A and B whole bar, right? So one more input that we are giving to the second NAND gate is A and B whole bar is going to be the equation at the output of the second NAND gate. As I already told you, A and B whole bar is what the equation that is available over here. Okay, so next what we are going to do, similarly we are going to get a B and A and B bar whole bar as the equation at the NAND gate number 3 that we are using in this diagram. Okay, so next we know that, let me just consider any one equation. Okay, let me just consider this equation itself. Okay, let me take some selector tool, select this. Oh god. Okay, okay, let me select this and copy this over there, and let us go a little down, zoom in, paste it. So what we are going to do here is, let us resolve the equations. How do we get the further equation and all? Okay, so just give me a second. I'm just taking this, copy. Okay, zoom in and let me paste it. Okay, a little left, done. So this is the equation that we have. Clearly observe, from this equation we can definitely write down one more equation. How? By resolving this using De Morgan's theorem. Don't worry, my dear people, I have not yet taught you the De Morgan's theorem, but you people can definitely use De Morgan's theorem because it is easy. I'm going to show you how you can use it. Okay, so now let me write this is equal to a bar. Okay, or once we remove this bar, whole bar, we get a bar or a and b double bar. Okay, so here we are going to consider this entire a as one variable and this entire a and b whole bar as the one more variable, and there is a whole bar over it. We are going to split that whole bar into two parts by using the De Morgan's theorem as I have written here. Okay, so now what I would do, I'll just take a selector tool. I just want all this part to be selected. Okay, let it be. Then done, right? So now this is what the equation, and we know that a and b double bar is always going to be equal to a and b itself, because a double bar is equal to a, b double bar is equal to b, a and b double bar is going to be a and b only. Okay, so that is how we have got this equation over here, a bar or a and b. Okay, so similarly we have got one more equation, that is b bar and a and b. Okay, so then what we are going to do, we are going to give both the inputs, so both the inputs like a bar or a and b, b bar or a and b to the last NAND gate, the fourth NAND gate. Okay, so the fourth NAND gate is having the two inputs, and the output of the fourth NAND gate will be first input ANDing, second input and bar over it. You are getting? So let me just take a highlighter and show you. Okay, okay, so we have the first input. Okay, we have the second input, whatever that we have as second input, and then the ANDing operation is done between them, and finally a bar has been written on them. So this is how the AND gate is going to function. Okay, so next we have to resolve some of the equations. Let us try to resolve some equations, like we just have multiplied them first. Okay, a bar into b bar, a bar into ab, then ab into b bar, and then ab into ab. Okay, so that is how we are going to multiply them first. First we get, the first term we get is a bar b bar, the second term we get is a bar into ab. Okay, and next we have ab into b bar, ab into b bar, and then we have ab into ab. Okay, so let us solve them using rules. Okay, we know that a and a bar is equal to 0. We know that a and a bar is equal to 0, and similarly b and b bar is also going to be equal to 0. That is why the two terms in this equation, the term number 1 and the term number 2, both the terms goes to 0. The answer for these two terms is going to be 0. The value of these two terms is going to be 0. Okay, so then we have a bar and b bar. I cannot do anything for that. Let us keep it same. Okay, we don't have any rules regarding that a bar and b bar. Then we have ab and ab, right? ab and ab, a and a is equal to a. Okay, b and b is equal to b, ab and ab is going to be equal to ab. That is what. Then we have the reduced equation, that is a bar and b bar, or a and b whole bar. Okay, so then what we shall do, we shall again resolve this equation by using De Morgan's theorem. Okay, when we again resolve this equation by using De Morgan's theorem, the or symbol, whatever that we have here, the or symbol vanishes. We will be left out with a bar, b and b bar whole bar, and a b whole bar. Okay, so now that yeah, again we can resolve this term. Okay, this term whatever that we have. Okay, let me just change the color and show you. This term whatever that we have, that term we can change. Okay, again it can be resolved by using De Morgan's theorem. That is how it is written over here. Okay, a double bar, it becomes a double bar and b double bar, a double bar or b double bar. Okay, the operation in between them is AND operation. That is why it converts into OR operation. Okay, a double bar or b double bar. We know that a double bar is equal to a, b double bar is equal to b. Okay, so then again this term, whatever the term that we have here, a and b whole bar, so that is also resolved into two terms by using the De Morgan's theorem. Okay, so here De Morgan's theorem is what we are going to use. So we have ANDing operation between variables. Later it becomes ORing operation. Then each of the variable will get a bar. Okay, so it becomes a double bar plus b double bar into a bar plus b bar. Okay, so what we are going to do now, we shall just multiply those terms. We know that a double bar is equal to a, b double bar is equal to b. I'm just going to use a and b in the next equation. Okay, so it is a into a bar, this is the term. Okay, and it is a into b bar, this is the term. And we have b into a bar, this is the term. And we have b into b bar. Okay, so b into b bar, we know that already a into a bar is equal to 0, b into b bar is equal to 0. That is why term 1 and term 4 becomes 0. Then we are left out with a b bar plus b a bar, and this is the equation for XOR gate. Okay, this is the equation for XOR gate. We can definitely represent this as a XOR b as shown in the notes. Okay, so now let us go to understand one more logic gate, using realization of one more logic gate using NAND gate. This is very simple. Once we understand the XOR gate, to understand the XOR gate, it is not going to take a lot of time or a lot of logic diagram and all. So we have just now XOR gate. Okay, so XOR gate is nothing but NOT gate on XOR gate. XOR gate is nothing but NOT gate on XOR gate. How we are going to do the NOT gate of XOR gate? We have all this 4 NAND gates, whatever that we have used in the previous diagram. Okay, all those we have. Okay, so the same output is what we are going to get at the end of the 4th NAND gate. At the end of the 4th NAND gate, we are going to get A XOR B. Finally, what we are going to do, we put the same A XOR B onto the first input and second input of the 5th NAND gate, if I'm not wrong. Let us just check. Oh yeah, it's 5th NAND gate. Okay, so once we give A XOR B as the input to both the inputs of your NAND gate, we are going to get output as y is equal to A XOR B whole bar. This is nothing but A XOR B. That is how we are going to realize XOR gate using NAND gates. Fine, I hope by this video I have completed the realization of all different logic gates using NAND gate. Okay, so in the next video or in the next session we shall learn about how can we realize all other logic gates using NOR gate. And the point to be mentioned here is, by using NAND gate we were able to synthesize, or we were able to realize all the other logic gates. For example, let me just list out them. We have realized NOT gate, we have realized AND gate, we have realized OR gate, we have realized XOR gate, we have realized XNOR gate, okay, and we have realized NOR gate using NAND gate. So these are all the logic gates, other logic gates that can be realized by using NAND gate. That is why NAND gate is called as universal logic gate. Similarly, NOR gate can also be used to realize or synthesize all other logic gates. How? We shall discuss in the next video. Okay, hope you people understood all the topics. If you do have any doubts, people can definitely